Welcome back guys, Cardboys here back in another video where we talk about cards money investing. In today's episode 4 of the Buy the Numbers series, we'll explore in detail 7 rookie cards with an average purchase price of below $70 and how those cards turn into over $22,000 in profits in less than 2 years. Alright, let's go. I think there is a misconception that in order to make big profits in the sports card investing world, you have to invest big, do the big deals, the flashy ones. Well, we're seeing all that in YouTube, social media, but what you don't see is those people who grind, card after card, small profit after small profit. In this video, I'm going to share with you a taste of what that grind is all about, going to 7 cards which I've invested in, netting over $22,000 profit in less than 2 years. So here's the 7 cards. First up, we have the 2003 Upper Deck Rookie Exclusive LeBron James card number 1. LeBron was the big thing back then in 2003, obviously, right? And during the boom of the sports cards in late 2019, early 2020, most people will focus on the basic stuff, right? Topps Chrome, Topps Paper, Fleer, just to name a few. And many people forgot about this UD Rookie Exclusive product, which had a very small base checklist of just 60 cards, and with 28 packs in a box containing 6 cards each, it was quite possible to get many duplicates of this nice LeBron rookie card. And at its peak, in a PSA 10, this card was selling for more than $1,000, but surprisingly, raw copies were easily available on eBay for under $50. This of course was not an easy grade, as a lot of my initial PSA returns just came back at PSA 9s, but they still netted around $150 to $180, which was still a nice profit. Next is Luka 2018 NBA Hoops card number 268. I remember when most people were chasing Prism, Select, Optic. I was buying hoops at $15 to $20 each when the PSA 10s were $100. Now eventually this number rose to $70 for the raw, and the PSA 10s were selling for $300. So you can imagine my reaction, turning 6 to 7 times return on my PSA 10s when it came back from PSA. 2018 Status for Luka was another underrated rookie card, which I was buying for around $40 to $50 each. Status was great because it was foil. The card stock was slightly better than Hoops. And though it had some issues of print dots, but these were easily noticeable, in the photos on eBay. Now I remember going guerrilla on these Status rookies, buying 22 copies in 3 nights, taking out most of the available listings on eBay. Next, we have Zion Prism Base, which I won't get much into as I spoke about this card previously in my episode number 3. We have Ja Morant Prism Base next, which actually was purchased after the first batch of Zions that went to PSA. Now for Ja's case, it was more like a hedge at that time as he was playing great, and of course he won Rookie of the Year in the end, right? Now it still worked out for me, as both Zion and Ja Prisms did very well in their first years. I did a case study on the 1996 Kobe Bryant Collector's Choice in a separate video. Go search my channel listings and check it out. Lastly, I have Chris Paul 2005 Topps Paper Rookie card, which I purchased around July to August 2020 when CP3 was still with OKC. The motivation behind this was, his Hall of Fame credentials, and at roughly $15 to $20 a card, it was extremely low risk play to me. Of course, history would have it that CP3 would join the Phoenix, and they went on to the finals the following year, and he may have been a finals MVP if Phoenix didn't blow that 2-0 lead. So these were the 7 cards, and here's the financial numbers. 268 cards purchased, 251 sold, and the rest are currently still PSA. Total sales to date on these 251 cards is about $37,100, netting about $22,200 in profits after fees and shipping. So if you average that number over 251 cards, it's about $88 of profit per card and an average profit margin of 59%. And when you look into the details, right, on the individual cards, it's not like one card skewed the percentages, as the contributions were roughly equal in terms of average profit margins for each of these players. And like what I described in the last video, not all raws that are purchased were actually fit for grading, and a number of these were resold as raw. Of course, the real profit comes in a grading where multipliers range from 1.2 to 3 on a PSA 10. And why do I just say that's 1.2 is because prices on a lot of cards coming back from PSA in mid to late 2021 have dipped 50% from its peak. thus making the margins on a PSA 10 as low as just 10%. It doesn't feel right when you go through all that trouble buying the raw, filtering it, wait 1 year, and then you get a PSA 10 only to make like 10% for your trouble. But that's the reality we live in when we deal with small cards, especially the base cards, right? In my list above, I did enjoy the highs, and the remaining orders are starting to trickle in, as you can see from the number of Lookout hoops that I still have with PSA. The cost base of those cards are around $85 to about $90, which a PSA 10 today fetches only about $100, right, net after shipping and fees. And that's basically what I'm talking about. But for a good part of 2020 during the pandemic, it felt like a grind combing through all these cards, and there were hundreds more, aside from this small sample of 200 plus cards here. And it probably feels like the numbers are kind of too much effort, but let me break the pie down to small numbers so you can understand. 268 cards purchased on a total purchase cost of $13,100, bringing an average purchase price of $48.89, right? Now, $13,000 as a lump sum may seem large, but if you kind of space it out over 12 or 15 months, that's just hovering about $1,000 a month, something very manageable for most new sports cards investors, right? Of course, when you take the time and the grading fees involved, your net return is a little over $22,000, or roughly about $1,500 to $1,800 of extra income money every month if you divide it across that same period. So in conclusion, it feels like a low risk and high return endeavor if you ask me, right? Of course, looking at the sports card market today, it might be challenging but not impossible to repeat such a feat. For those who went into LaMelo or Anthony Edwards 6 months ago, might be doing okay today with similar return numbers. But of course, with Panini releasing products so late, these days, it's hard to capture the in-season movements like what we had for Zion or Luka before him. Alright, so that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys took something away from this analysis. Some of you might just be starting out today, some with smaller budgets, and hopefully this sort of data provides you with some motivation that making money in cards is not just about the flashy stuff, right? You also can achieve a good old-fashioned grind. Alright, do drop a like if you enjoy this sort of content and subscribe to follow future episodes of this series. Thanks for watching. Card Boss out.